for coming to my show tonight. Hopefully there will be some latecomers. No, I hope. You know, a while back, my voice teacher said to me, she said, you know, you should write a one-woman show. And I was like, huh? And she was like, you know, you pick some songs, think of something to say between the songs, and, you know, you got it, your show. And I was like, oh. So you mean, I just get on stage, and I talk a lot. I was like, sweet, I can totally do that. So here we have it. Before I really begin tonight, I need to read to you a brief disclaimer. The events depicted in this show are purely fictitious. Any resemblance to actual people, living or dead, is merely coincidental. And some names have been changed to protect the innocent. Now we've gotten that over with. So, you know, when I first had the idea to tuck that back in there, do this show, you know, talk about some more recent romantic incidents I've had, you know, I thought it'd be fun, amusing to say the least. I didn't think about how possibly embarrassing it might actually be. Even more so with family members present. I've been in New York now for about 3 years, and for me, that's a really long time to be in one place. Before getting here, you know, I moved around a lot. You know, a few months here, a couple weeks there, a year in Japan, a few months in West Virginia, another year in Japan. You know, I realized this one time, I worked it out, and I realized I woke up in Japan, I had lunch in South Korea, and then I watched the sunset in Vietnam. I mean, that was the extreme, but you get the picture. But so moving around a lot, you know, you tend to leave a lot of friends, missed connections, possible romantic interludes, hanging in, you know, different stages of development. Development, if you can call it that. And me, I always tend to meet the wrong person in the wrong place, you know? Like in Japan, I meet a Korean guy. I move to the US, I meet a Japanese guy. You know, but so, the sum of it is that my relationships tend to look a lot like this. Pull out the laptop, open it up, new email. Dear so-and-so. Well, actually, I should say where I was living a good deal of the time, it looked a lot more like this. Dear so-and-so, I really miss you. And it might start out as long emails back and forth, but you know, they peter out and eventually become nothing more than silly texts on my phone that say, "What's up?" So, this is just going to be a brief glance at some of these more recent romantic passings I've had. I'm not going to dwell too long on any one of them, just give you a brief framework, sing you some songs, hopefully you'll forget everything you heard here, and we'll move on. This might not be all the wonderful, wonderful gentlemen I met over the last some years, but just, you know, some of the highlights, let's say. So, boys I have known.